Good morning and welcome to The Balancing Act. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. If you've been keeping up with the news lately, you've probably seen continuous devastating images of natural disasters all around the globe. A series of violent storms and tornadoes have stripped the mid-states, leaving hundreds of broken homes and families. Myanmar attempts to recover from a recent cyclone where over 100,000 people have been announced dead. China has also been hit with one of the worst earthquakes in decades. Tens of thousands of injuries have been reported, and the number of deaths and missing people keeps rising. So what can we do to help? Well, we can all help by making a contribution to organizations like worldvision.org and redcross.org. Log on today and make a difference in the lives of those who are suffering. We'll be right back. If you've opted to stay close to home this summer, either to save money on gas or avoid that pricey euro, here are some tips for being a great tourist in your own town. First, find some outdoor space. Get out to a park. Go for a hike. Make a picnic. Have your children help you pack an exciting picnic. I like to freeze frozen yogurt in paper cups, stick in a popsicle stick, and call it a popsicle. Or how about sandwiches shaped like hearts, moons, and stars? Why not? If you've got a big body of water near you, use it. Maybe this is the summer you're going to take up parasailing, water skiing, or jet skiing, or just go fishing. Remember that experience of catching your first fish? No water nearby? Hey, check your paper. There are lots of outdoor activities. There are often concerts in the park. There are movies in the park. Go to an old-fashioned baseball game. Enjoy America's favorite pastime. Boy, I can taste a Dodger dog right now. Remember, it is projected to be a scorcher this summer, so make sure you keep well hydrated all the time. That means plenty of fluid, including water, moms. And make sure you use an SPF of 45 or more in the sunblock on you and your kids. And have a great summer. Next up, instant salon-like nails in no time. Oh, and there's no dry time or post-manicure mess.
What do you hate most about liquid nail polish?
It takes way too long to dry, and you have to be very careful with your hands. You have to wait. You just have to wait till it dries.
What I hate most about regular nail polish is that I really just don't have the time or patience to let it dry, and it ends up smearing. Can never get it on even, so I usually just don't end up wearing any at all.
Well, I hear you, girl. Manicures that don't stay on. But today we're featuring a product that may change your nail care experience forever. Now, what I have here are some color enamel appliques. They are self-stick nail polish strips that go on dry with no smears, and they last up to 14 days. Jean Lee, Sales and Marketing Manager for Incoco, is here with us today to show this amazing new technology. Welcome, Jean.
Thank you very much.
Okay, show me how it works. What's the Incoco kit?
It is 100% nail polish, and it is in a self-adhesive film where it already has the base coat, color coat, and top coat pre-applied. So that's all. One step and you're done.
One step and you're done. And
so inside the kit, you get the color enamel strips, the remover pad, the French manicure sample that you can try, the cuticle stick, and the file.
Okay, so what do?
You open the package.
And this is real nail polish.
It's 100% real nail polish that is 95% dry. So
you can work with it. 95% dry gives you that extra 5% flexibility to work with it before it's completely dry.
And then what'll happen in about an hour, it'll harden and completely set.
You just peel it off.
You just peel it off.
Is it super sticky? Oh, you can touch it.
You can touch it. You just align it to your cuticle end. Stick it on.
Oh, and look, you stretch it.
Wow. It's flexible so that it forms to any type of nail. And you simply file it off.
And you just use the file to take the end off. And then you have...
And you just pull the excess off.
A completely manicured nail. Base coat, color, top coat, high gloss, and it's ready to go, and you can touch it. No, it's 95% dry, and then the other 5% dries in the next half hour?
It evaporates off, and then it hardens to your nail. So in the meantime, you can still
do
the laundry.
I don't have to wait an hour for my, and sitting in the car in front of the
I mean,
air
how many
conditioner.
people wake up with sheet marks all over their nails?
Oh, I do. Well, we sent out a team to demonstrate Incoco's dry nail applique, and here's their reaction.
Right.
What if I told you that there's a new product out that in an instant you press the application to your finger and voila, your nails are done. There's no scratches and no dings, and you don't have to get it redone for 2 weeks.
That sounds fabulous.
So I just take it off and stick it on my finger, and it's like nail polish. No dry time or anything. That's amazing. Definitely try this out.
Jean, this is such a cool product. Where can we get it?
You can find it at Walgreens. It's also available at Walgreens.com.
Walgreens and Walgreens.com.
Available in over 20 shades. And we have the French manicure kit for people who just love French manicures.
Want to get that white tip accurate? No more drawing that line?
Just in time for the summer season, we have the pedicure line.
Pedicures! Jean, you have saved us for this summer. So many working mothers who have no time. Now I can do a manicure in 5 minutes. Oh, I'm so happy. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank
If
you.
you'd like to learn more about any of the products that you've seen today on our show, you can go to thebalancingact.com. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jocelyn Greenkey, co-author of the book, The Big Sister's Guide to the World of Work. No matter how hard you work, you're invisible to the people with the power to help you unless you make yourself visible in a positive and memorable way. Connect with your coworkers and build mutually beneficial relationships. Make yourself available to lend a helping hand. Express enthusiasm for the company. You want to be the first person who comes to mind when someone important needs something or somebody. And it ain't gonna happen if you work with your head down every second of your workday and never show your face or reach out and touch somebody.
We're here with Chef Bob Lane, once again, our favorite griller, for some more summer grilling tips. And of course, you only cook with Kansas Black Angus, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So tell me how I make the perfect steak.
Well, a couple of things you want to take in consideration when grilling outside, especially with high quality cuts of meat like this, which are really restaurant quality meats. You want to make sure that you're cooking at a direct and an indirect heat. So you want to have one side of the grill being high, so where you see some flare up and some flames coming, and then you want the other side of the grill to be at a moderate level.
And before we even get to the grill, let's talk about temperature. If I've got frozen meat, I should defrost it in the fridge all day.
Correct.
And then what?
And then take it out and let it sit for about 30 minutes, just to let it soften up a little bit. Let the hard fat that's kind of congealed because it's in a refrigerator.
Because cold meat doesn't cook as well.
Well, it'll sear on top, but you'll actually burn the meat a little bit more.
Yeah.
So if the meat is a little bit more relaxed and the fat's kind of a little bit softened up, it'll actually render out better for you and flavor the meat also.
Okay. Do you put anything on your meat before you throw it on the grill?
Not before we do, because
nothing. No olive oil, no spice, no. You just get that meat on there.
We just put that meat right onto the grill and get it seared. You want to lock in the flavors. You want to lock the juices in. There's plenty of time for seasoning afterwards, and which we will. We'll want to put a little bit of salt and some spice rub on top of it. Maybe brush it with a little melted butter or olive oil if you have a favorite garlic butter. You know, something to put on at the end of the cooking time. That works out fantastic also. But you don't want to. Putting salt on it actually dries the meat out. It actually pulls the meat in.
I've always heard that. Right. Salt before sucks the moisture out of the meat.
So basically, it's high heat,
start
indirect.
on the flame.
Direct heat. Move to indirect. Let it finish on there, and then season before you take it off.
The big question, Chef Bob, that we all want to know, without having to cut into our steak and release all the juices, how can we tell doneness?
Well, there's an old trick, and one of the easiest ways is everybody has it right here on their hand. We want to just push right here with your finger. That's pretty much rare meat.
That's
right
what
there.
rare
That's
should
rare.
feel it. That is rare meat.
as you move up your hand a little bit, just about a quarter of an inch, you're going to hit mid-rare. You go up a little bit further, you hit medium, and then you go over here and you're starting to get towards mid-well. And you don't want to ever get up here and well done.
Up on the bone. If I get up on the bone, that's well done.
a little bit dried and well done.
Okay,
so
and you actually touch your hot meat on the grill.
Well, chefs do. It's a kind of a cheating kind of a thing.
Okay,
we're not afraid of the fire.
I'm going to try it. So I'm guessing this is getting close to medium.
Well, it's a little bit, because of the texture of that steak, that's a little bit more mid-rare, if you notice, right in the center.
Okay, got to go right in the center. Oh, you're right.
So we'll give that
Feels
another
just
couple
like
of minutes,
here.
but we'll get it up to medium. It'll
Okay,
come
we'll
up.
get up to medium. And now these have been on the...
These have been cooking for a little bit of while, so we want to sear on all four sides, basically getting two nice turns on the meat so that the meat has a chance to sear properly. And then once they're off on the moderate heat over here, which you want to always control your temperature, you know, you want to take a little press in the center there. Again,
How's
you're
this one
pretty
doing?
much coasting to medium.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah,
close to the medium.
Closer to medium. Now, at this point, you would want to put any kind of seasonings or spices right on top of the steak.
Now, this is your special blend.
This is a blend that we use at the restaurant. That
Oh
has
my gosh,
about,
it smells delicious.
It has about 12 or 15 different ingredients in it, but mostly dried herbs, and everybody has a favorite seasoning, you know, that they prefer to put on. Some people like to put blackening seasonings on, things like that. Those are all good too. Whatever.
Then you paint on some olive oil.
Paint on a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, just to sear it in a little bit. Locks in and get some nice juices rolling
Then
on
do you
there.
flip that or just do it on one side?
Well, we're going to take it off. You can actually turn it over just to knock off some of the excess of the heavy seasoning, because that seasoning is quite intense. So you want to turn it over just a minute just to flash that off, and then take it back off, and there you have it.
And there you have it, the perfect steak. So let the meat get up to room temperature. Start it on the fire with nothing on it, no salt for sure, no oil, no nothing. Take it off the fire after it's getting close to what you want, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Then move it on to
the pinch test.
Indirect heat. Then you add your spices at the end.
Absolutely. And at that point, you want to just maybe, if you have a favorite sauce or something like that, you put it on there and garnish it, and you're ready to eat.
Wow. Chef Bob, where can we find these high-quality steaks that are all natural, no hormones, no antibiotics?
KansasBlackAngus.com.
KansasBlackAngus.com. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you.
Did you know that 74% of office workers eat lunch at their desks? Also, 57% snack and 31% eat breakfast there too. Now, while it may look productive, if you don't disinfect your desk every day, you're exposing yourself to 400 times the amount of bacteria on your desk than there is on your office toilet. You're also not getting the recommended 30 minutes a day of physical activity. Even a 10 or 15-minute brisk walk at lunchtime can boost your spirits, make your muscles stronger, and burn some of those calories. The sunshine also helps your skin make vitamin D, which we all need.
Life has many stages, and regardless of what stage you're in, you need the facts in order to be in control of your financial future. Saving for retirement should be something that you're thinking about not just at a certain age, but by life moments. Here today to explain more is Sabina Lean, certified financial planner and private financial advisor for SunTrust Investment Services. Welcome, Sabina. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
Now, what do women need to realize about their lives when planning for retirement?
90% of all women at one time or another during their lifetime will be solely responsibility for their finances. 79% of them are not prepared for that.
So almost 80% of women don't have good financial planning for their retirement?
No savings, no nest egg. On top of that, it is likely for baby boomers born between 1948 and 64 to work until they are 74 years old.
I'm going to be working till I'm 74? Oh my gosh.
On top of that, you will live longer, an average between 7 and 10 years compared to a man.
So that's a lot of financial obligation. Okay, let's talk about the various life stages for women. Let's say a woman just got married. Should she be thinking about retirement?
Well, it should be a joint venture with your husband. You should be starting to sit down and have long-term investment goals. Maybe in the beginning it's a down payment for your home, and later on it's for retirement planning, and then you will modify this during your life stages.
Good advice. Now, what about a woman facing an empty nest? How does this change her retirement planning?
Well, when children leave the house and are financially independent, that's when you have the opportunity to really kick in the savings, because some cash is opened up already. So you're going back to your planner, advisor, investment consultant, and revisit your long-term goals, your strategies, and your objectives. You might modify them at that point, or maybe not, but this is the time when you really start saving for your retirement journey.
So what can women do with SunTrust to plan for their retirement?
Well, you can set up a retirement game plan where you can find out when you can afford to retire, how much monthly income your lifestyle you desire during your retirement will need, and then how big your nest egg has to be for this monthly income, and how long it will last.
And that's a very individualized calculation, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And don't forget, retirement planning moved from employers to employees. It is your responsibility right now to plan for your future.
What makes SunTrust Retirement Services different from other companies?
Retirement planning is an emotional journey. We at SunTrust help our clients to work through the fear of investing, planning, and creating this comprehensive retirement solution. At SunTrust, client service and quality of advice are number one.
And how do we find our personal financial advisor at SunTrust?
Go to www.suntrust.com/retirement and complete our retirement game plan online.
SunTrust.com/retirement. Sabina Lean, it's always a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you for this advice and looking out for women. Hopefully we'll be motivating women to start saving for retirement at every stage of their life. Stay tuned. You're watching The Balancing Act. If you have a story idea that would help other women add balance to their daily lives, you can email it to us at comments@thebalancingact.com. Summer grilling. It's an American tradition. I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. Join us here on The Balancing Act all summer for some great summer grilling tips with Chef Bob Lane. As women in today's world, our minds and bodies are often stress central. So to compensate, some of us overeat, smoke, drink, and just try to numb our minds. In the process, though, we lose that carefree, in-the-moment sense of joy that we had as children. Well, author, wellness, and energy coach Edwige Gilbert is here to tell us about her proven 28-day program to give you back your life. Welcome, Edwige. How are you?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me here
Oh,
today.
you're welcome. Now, your book is called The Fresh Start Promise. Tell me about it. Why'd you write it?
Oh, I wrote it because 20 years ago, when I came to this country, I was suffering from a lot of stress, and I escaped into bagels and brownie diet.
Oh, I know that diet. It's very good, but only temporarily. Bagels and brownies.
And then I gained, you can imagine, 25 pounds and became a very emotional overeater. So I decided to go on a quest for a solution. And I study all the techniques from the East to the West, from yoga to hypnosis. And in the process, I discovered that willpower is the enemy of change.
How can willpower be the enemy of change?
Okay, so let's examine that. We're all creatures of habit, as you know. So the mind will do anything to keep you in your comfort zone, away from pain.
Even if it's negative habits?
Absolutely. So the moment you force change upon yourself, your mind will stop you from that change. So what I discovered with my book and the Fresh Start program, that subconscious is really what works. You engage this power by feeding it a relaxed mental state, positive words, and most importantly, imagination. You imagine yourself the way you want to be instead, feeling good, feeling confident, feeling free.
Okay, so if willpower doesn't work, that feeling of I will change, I will change, I will change. So instead, you talk about in 28 days doing 2 specific techniques to help change. What are they?
They are called the Clear and Create formula.
Clear and Create formula.
First, you clear the present of any anxiety that you may have and fear.
You mean without drugs and alcohol?
Absolutely.
How do you do that?
With a technique I call the 3 C's. That's a meditation that leaves you feeling calm, centered, and connected. And then you're ready for the second step to create the future you desire with the screening room, which is a technique of self-hypnosis that helps you install a new mental conditioning for your change.
So first you clear away the cobwebs that are stopping change and fill it with a new 4-color movie that says where your future is going to be. So what happened with you after your program?
Well, I lost the 25 pounds and never think about dieting or putting on weight because my mind has the image of the way I want to be.
And people who read the Fresh Start Promise, how can their lives be enhanced?
Because they will experience joie de vivre once they're free of this habits
It's
they
my
have.
favorite French saying, joie de vivre.
Thank you. I love it too.
You certainly are exuding a lot of joie de vivre
Thank
today,
you.
so I think that it must work, certainly for you, and I'm sure for many others out there who need to just clear away and create, right? Clear and create.
And 28 days.
In 28 days.
Daily
That's
repetition.
the moon.
Daily repetition.
The cycle of the moon, our cycle.
New condition.
New conditioning. Thank you so much, Edwige, for being with us today.
Thank you,
and the
Ren.
book is called The Fresh Start Promise. Where can people get it?
On major bookstores across the country, like Barnes & Noble, and on my website, New Life Directions.
New Life Directions. Thanks for being here.
Merci beaucoup.
I'm Dr. Wendy Walsh. Thanks for joining us today on The Balancing Act. We're here every weekday morning on Lifetime Television. Tune in tomorrow for some interesting stories on home-based businesses, career, family, self, and so much more. And don't forget to check us out online at thebalancingact.com. See you next time. If you have a story idea that would help other women add balance to their daily lives, you can email it to us at comments@thebalancingact.com. Also, check our website, thebalancingact.com, for more information about our show.
Air travel for the Balancing Act provided by Southwest Airlines.